Hello everyone, welcome to Extra Christian History, the part of the show where I talk about the things I messed up, things I got wrong, and things I didn't put in the videos. So let's start off with the American Revolution. I removed a lot of errors and mistakes from the videos, and I replaced it with a lot of more information. One thing I didn't get to involve in the war was John Paul Jones, who was an excellent commander on sea, who I'll probably do this in a separate episode, but he served in the Russian and French navies, specifically when he battled the HMS Serpis off the coast of England. I did this purposely. I didn't talk about Spain and the Dutch Republic or the Netherlands along with the Indians, mainly because I was focusing on the American perspective of the war. You could call that what the video was about it. But in any case, their involvement in the war was a little limited. But specifically for Spain, they were fighting the British along the Mississippi River, capturing a number of forts. The Dutch Republic's, or the Netherlands' involvement in the war is a little different. So this would probably go into a separate video, but so John Adams was sent over to the Netherlands because they were neutral. He was sent over to negotiate a loan specifically to him, but in truth it was going to the American colonies, or the United States as it was. So that's how. Also, they were sending war material to the United States, and as a result, when England found out, they declared war while they were still fighting the American War, and it became known as the Anglo-Dutch War. There was only one major sea battle, but there was also smaller battles, specifically in the colonial region of the Dutch Empire, and they would lose a lot as a result, but I'm stopping on that. The Indians' involvement in the war, or Native American if you want me to put it that, their involvement is a little different, a bit more complicated, as they, specifically, there were many tribes in the Americas, but some were fighting with the Americans, others with the British, and others were just plain neutral but training with both sides. For instance, the Iroquois Confederacy that I mentioned, or Haudenosaunee Confederacy, not all of the tribes that were in that sort of group were at war with the Americans or allied with the British. It was only 4 of the 6 tribes. Alright, the Inca Empire. Some of you may have noticed I used the Peruvian flag as the descendants of the Inca Empire. While you may be from places like Bolivia, Chile, Argentina, or Ecuador, why I specifically chose Peru is because the old capital of the Inca Empire is in Peru. Something I didn't put in the video purposely was the Incan religion and the Incan government. I believe I could do 2 separate episodes involving the topics. Yeah. Something I didn't put in the video, accidentally, was that technically when Spain took over the empire, it was still run by the locals, but overseen by the Spanish Empire, or the Spanish government. And one of the last ruler of the Inca Empire escaped into the Amazon mountains and raised a rebellion to fight against the Spanish, and Pizarro's brothers were killed in the war. And with that, the war ending, Spain officially completed the conquest. Alright, the Viking conquest of Ireland. One thing I want to say, if you are from Ireland and I pronounce some of these words wrong, I am sorry about that. Please forgive me on that. Someone commented, what did you mean by when the Vikings learned about the island? Specifically, to answer that question, at this time before the Vikings arrived, Ireland was going through what was essentially an early medieval renaissance, where mass amounts of books were being produced, and there was a lot of gold, silver, jewels, all that sort of thing. And at this time, before the Vikings, the island was just about the center of peace at the time, because all of Europe was going through war with the collapse of the Roman Empire. One question you are probably asking: why did the Norwegian and Danish Vikings hate each other so much? Why did they go to war as a result of Thorgest dying? So the answer is, the Norwegians and Danes really did not get along. Specifically, if you were a Norwegian trader, you'd be taking a very high risk of pulling up to a Danish ship. Yeah, there was bad blood between the two countries. When I said that Thorgest founded other cities in Ireland, he didn't necessarily found them. He did what he did to Dublin. He conquered the city and expanded it into most of what we know today. If you missed any of the videos I have mentioned, the links are in the description down below. Coming up next on Christian history. The next video will come up on June 9th, and it is the Haitian Revolution. I'm glad this was voted in, because this revolution is very similar to the American Revolution, and it would inspire many other attempt rebellions and successful rebellions or revolutions, as it was the example. This was the first ever slave rebellion in history that actually worked, and it was also the largest slave rebellion since Spartacus. Yep. So I'll see you then. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and check me out over on Patreon. The link is in the description.